Yo, today is July 16th. Hopefully I can be in here for a while. I have it booked, this study room booked for an hour, but I will be in here until I get kicked out. And then I'll head over to the computers and do some research and all that stuff. So, yeah. Okay, I couldn't get the whiteboard, but I wrote down the code, and I'll just explain it like I have done the last 2 times I did this. So, start off opening up terminal window, importing OS, which is the module, then using the chdr method from the OS module, which, in this whole thing. So this whole thing is one method right here. That's all one method. And what this basically does is to change to a directory in which you can create a file. So basically, you're going from one directory to another, and the directory that you move to allows you to create a file. Like for this one, it will change to your home directory, which is what this stands for. This whole thing, home directory. But I'm just getting this all from this. I'm writing it down and explaining it. Okay, and then you type this, w1 equals open, blah, blah, blah. So what this does, it creates the variable w1, which you've seen before. Whenever you put in one of these after this, it almost always makes this a variable. And whatever comes after the equal sign assigns it to this variable. So this assigns the file waters.txt. So this is a file. It assigns it to w1. Okay, hold on. So not really. So another way to explain it and more detailed and more like actually makes sense. You assign the results of using the open method, which is what this whole thing and this is. Using the open method, you opening the file waters.txt in the W mode, which means write, which we've seen right here. See, W write, these are the modes, which we'll see again in this code. It opens up the file in the write mode and assigns the result of this to the variable, W1. And then W1 write back billabong byte. So what this does, it uses the write method to write back billabong byte to W1, which I'm pretty sure to write text to W1 file object. Okay, so yeah, this just assigns the result of using the write method to write out back billabong and byte to W1. Now these numbers right here, 22, 10, and 0, I couldn't really understand why they were there. It doesn't explain anything in the book about it. I don't think I've really seen it before at all. But I don't know. So to see the way this book goes, for this example, I think this one uses is using Windows, maybe. Let's see. It's using Mac. Okay, so it's using the MacBook. So this is an example of using Python in the MacBook. But if we go over here, this is an example of using it in Linux. So another computer, right? Using it in Linux. And then I'm pretty sure if we go back over here, example of using it in Windows, right? Yes, this should be. I'm like 99%. I mean, by process of elimination, yeah, this should be Windows. Yeah, okay, so yeah. So it shows different types. So maybe Mac is the one that just displays it for some reason. I don't really know why, but that's my best guess. So anyways, back on track. W1 equals open waters text R. So just like this one, right? Using the open method to open the waters text file. So you're reopening it in the read mode and reassigning it to the variable W1. And then using the print method, we print out the results of what is in W1 and reading it. Hold on a second, let me reread this. So this statement reads the file from the pointer position. Where am I? Did I just leave myself? I'm at print. Okay, I'm at print, so never mind. Forget what I just said. So it uses the print function to display the output from using the read method on W1. Okay, so using the read method, it explains the result of that. So wait, no, forget that. Nothing to do with this. So you're using the read method on W1 and it prints the result of that. So this is what it'll read, back billabong byte, because it was in there from writing it. And then W1 equals open waters text W plus. Same thing with the last two we talked about. Using the open method, opening up the waters.txt file in the W plus method, which is writing and reading. Yeah, the write and read mode. And again, we're sending the results to W1. Number 9. W1.write kill time. Okay, so now that we're in the write mode, we can use write kill time. So like we did before, it writes 2 fresh waters to the file. So that one I didn't really understand, but that's what it says here. Write fresh waters to the file. So he writes kill tarn into that file. This, popped up, don't understand it. But W1.read, so that's reading W1. But since the pointer is at the end of the file, which this one, like we saw, I'm pretty sure I said, reads the file from the pointer position, since the pointer is at the end of the file, it displays nothing, right? When we type this, W1.seek, blah, blah, blah. This uses the seek method for here to move the pointer to the file's beginning. And then pressing the up button twice, it repeats this method. And now it'll read kill tarn, the contents of which it has. So yeah, that's about it. Just finished up. So what I learned today was how to open a file or create one if the file doesn't exist, and opening a file stats and closing it, and writing data to a file. So that's what I've learned. So a lot about stuff about files, which I know from chapter 4. I'm pretty sure I'm on files and directories. It's going to be a lot about files. So Yeah, about 5 pages until chapter 4 is done. The next chapter will be, let's see, where is that? Chapter 5, which is working with Python operators. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'll learn. So, yeah. That was all for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.